Hello, how you doing? It's the Borgia and this is True Seven. Uh, Today, in this subject, I'm gonna, I guess, give information that people need to know about Christianity that basically can set them free. Um, as have said in many videos, um, over 80% of this world is Christianity, and in that in itself, to me, my experience, I would say, if I am sharing a belief, thought process with 4,800, 9,672 other people, I don't think that's, why are we believing the same thing, and essentially there's people on another part of the rock that's more raised up out of the water, and they are being taught a different thought process, and because they're being taught to believe a different thought process about these, we're not against them, but they're wrong, and they're going. That doesn't. And the thing is, people, the thing about Christian, I'm just going to teach. I just have to tell the truth. The book, the Bible, is diluted and has been diluted even since it was written. You have to understand that typically Christianity comes from Catholicism. Catholicism was raised from Europe, where basically all the a lot of enslaving was happening at that time. It's been happening forever, but that particular time, like enslaving, a lot of social upheavals. But within that, the church, that's why they had to separate churches, because church was alternatively controlled the thoughts of the people and how they go, society, and what they can do and what they can do. And if you went against that, and if you were into really ocular sciences that will give you upheaval from that, you were burned at the stake or put on the cross or something. Just like Jesus alternatively was, which is the paradigm. Haiku, wart, what's the word that you like? Word I want to use. I guess such the not coincidence, such the it doesn't. It's so hard to come up with this. It's not making sense. That's what I'm saying. Paradox. The paradox of it is that everything that people will be burned at the stake for, slain for, everything we're taught to believe in. If you're doing it, you're frowned upon, and you are. Because as Jesus was crucified, you're shunned. Christianity teaches so many aspects of healing, of power through Jesus Christ, and how we are like Him, and how this is the footsteps we're supposed to be pure things. When this man honed his pureness within another religious setting of Buddhism, and many things of ocular sciences that he had to go through to have the power he had, to hone the power he had. I'm going full depth in stories and more information surrounding Christianity and the stories of Jesus. Yasis, so many names that it's translated into, that is not told or put out to you purposefully, agendally, so you are fighting against your own brothers and sisters. That's the training. That's the system that they try to put you in. Right. That's the code. That's what they want you to believe. And that's why in the last video I was saying I was is that they for a loving another thing to have over 32 denominations under the same belief system of God and Jesus and everything, but due to only people wanting to do what they want to and think how they want to think, that's only you have these denominations. And because if people were truly living by how Christianity had started out when they had planned to the organization of it, the clothing we would wear, all that type of stuff. Because if you truly were going by the First Testament and the Bible of Christianity, we're all supposed to be basically looking how they go in Islam. They would cover all black cloths, would look like the Moors. You would look like these more, I guess what's the word, more historical Christian. To religious occult orders. It's so, I think it's so dumb to even have to break down barriers of religion within religion. What sense does that make? I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. I just really want to shine light on people because it causes ignorance within our world, and we all know it. And that's the thing, we know. We witness everything. Like, and that's the thing. You believe, but you don't think about it. You're not. Most people, I know more about your belief than you do, and other religions probably know more about your belief than they do, which is probably why they know. Maybe it was some of the reason why. But like I said, people are out every day in the world and they encounters whatever Christianity they have. And when they're interacting with the Asian, they're interacting with the Hindu, they're interacting with something Islam in the normal world, and they see just the human of them, the person. You're not even thinking. The thing is, there's some people are in the back of their head, or they're going to hell, or it's like you kind of you basically overlook it and don't care about it because you kind of see that it's not bullshit. It's like you're like it can't be. But in the end of the day, because you don't want to question yourself when you look, you're gonna be like, okay, it is. It's just I hope that person gets saved. And it sounds so superheroic for some reason. It's just very occultic. And the fact that they were beginning, like before Christianity even fully formed, they put at the beginning time they were preaching reincarnation because for a manipulation control effect, they switched it from reincarnation to no, you're here or here, which doesn't make sense due to the scientific formula and also the fact that energy is neither created or destroyed, only transferred. You can't destroy energy because it's transferred. There's many experiments, there's physics and chemistry that you can do. And it's like even a flame from your lighter. I already talked about that in another video about explaining fire and how it's light and how you can manipulate it. That's why lighters. But the fact that you can light something on fire and yeah, you put water on it, yeah, you can blow it out. But that fire has still its chemical properties. It's changed up that chemical property. It has made a whole nother chemical property. It's transferred itself into energy. It's creating form into smoke, and it goes into a material where you can see it until it disappears. You don't know. I know where it goes, but you don't. You're like, oh, where it goes? It's no longer smoke anymore. It's in the atmosphere. It's done. But that, in line with the Christian thought, it doesn't match up, and it's not right. It may be right to you, but it's not right to me. And I'd rather come from a state of unconditional love, such as Jesus Christ did, and learn how to hone my abilities of healing, be able to put my hand on someone, or hover my hand on someone, focus my energy, my loving energy to heal someone, or just sending prayers out, but also prayers. All that stuff are healing things. Jesus is a healing God, but it's not preached within Israel religions to be like that. And just for the facts of knowledge, it's like for people, it's closed off because people can read a Bible so long, but it's like, will they ever think? They're told not to pick up the Al-Quran. They're told not to pick up the Vedic scriptures. They're told not to look at these other spiritual writers, these other spiritual teachers that are wrong, in that if I asked you where was Jesus from age 2 to 12, you wouldn't be able to tell me this. I mean, the Bible would tell me that. They probably don't care. But that's enough that they do have stories, and they do have, for reasons, even their stories, but for reasons those stories are taken out because their interpretations and the energies behind them, in which how they connect with all the other philosophical stories even before the Bible, which correlate with that. And they have to change them because through each society, when these stories are brought on upon the civilizations of people, because please don't believe that we are all civilizations, people have lived in times of something different. When you get to the same manifestation, the same stories and displays to all the civilizations of the world, they're going to be minutely changing things added upon it due to the culture of the people and how they acted to switch the culture of the people. Just as, and this is kind of off topic. I always use ants as an example when we always look at ants as such, they're smaller creatures and so minute and such whatever, but the fact is they're also conscious when you just everything that lives. If you eat, sleep, and poop, you are alive. So you have life. And we can look at ants, and an ant pile in Dallas, Houston, Arizona will be different from an ant pile that's in Australia. Well, yeah, Australia would be different from an ant pile in Australia, and that's why there are different types of ants that develop in different segments, still ants, but due to knowing their surroundings, they adapt and they know more of what to do due to what naturally, and it's called a system because when they're working naturally because this is how they're supposed to, not being totally different to do what they're not supposed to, or they'll step out of order. And even if you are a Christian believer, you can step into million stories, and pretty much that's what's going on, but it's always a play and say, well, if we do that, this is going to go wrong. And it takes it, and that all that takes away from it adds to the conscious knowing. But if it's a unit doing it and it's working, that's what that's what it's going to be. But again, I got too far off track with that. But such information as that may know you not knowing what he is, but he disappeared twice. And if you look at all these other books, how they talk, they speak of Jesus, and now this is where Christianity gets it wrong. They never say that they don't accept Jesus as the Son of God. I mean, we're all sons of God. That's the thing when you understand when you know that. And they're not going to let someone say that these other spiritual masters that are the same message aren't godly and they can't be, I guess, this is the thing that celebrities, like, people praise Kobe for what he does, praise Michael Jackson for what he does, praise Obama. People praise me for what I do. People praise, that's what being celebrated is. Being studied, it's okay to celebrate things. And that goes into frequencies and vibrations of what they put out to the world, what they carry, and the intent of how you put it behind it. But that's another video with frequencies. I'm just focusing more on people who are Christian who want to open up, and it's just go digging and looking and understand that if you are going to live by the person that you know is Jesus, why look? This is know about it, know the history. I know it has to do with religion. Not people don't want to study all that, which I don't blame you, because I don't either. But you find truth in it. Don't say I'm just going to study this because it's in my country. Look at all these things. Like, oh, you know that so this is how he learned to touch people and heal them. Because if you go to India right now, they're doing the same thing, and that's, like I said, paradoxically, we're supposed to be doing all that. We're supposed to be powerful beings, or when you put someone as a powerful being, they can, due to how they do it, and even the ways and how things have to be done, aren't always of light culture to be more of a dark essence. It's just evil and bad. Now we're talking about colors and vibrations and meanings of things in another meaning. But to mark someone, they will mark, like I said, in the Dark Ages, they will mark people as warlocks, witches, and if you perform any type of alchemy at its base level, and it's spiritual level. If you didn't know anything about magic, or if you could tell the future, if you lived in this thing, you would kill, just as Jesus was. So what does that tell you? Your government right now are the same people who sacrificed it. The government that you're under right now is nothing. And they came over from Europe, from Catholicism. You know, there's so much I can pretty much break down. I don't try to. I can naturally break down things and basically dissipate them and put them under. And with that, well, I'm not trying to dissipate anyone's belief, but know that there is truth. Know that there is corruption. There's distortion in what you believe if you are truly sticking to that. So I'm going to end this video on that note. This is Truth 7. This is Gordon.